Howdy y'all and welcome to Lack's Lives. I'm Lakander, and this is Lack Plays Feed the Beast. So last time we looked at some EU production, well not EU production I guess so much, but how EU works and how it flows, and the different amounts of EU that can come through your cables, and the different kinds of cables. And we talked about some of the machines used to store EU. Well, this episode I want to look at actually making the machines. And there's actually several machines you can use to store EU. We already made bat boxes, so today we're going to look more at the MFE and the MFSU. But there's also the Adjustable Energy Storage Unit, the AESU, which is like a giant component battery. There's like a control block, and then you just keep adding more and more storage units to it. And then there's also the, is that thing called like the interdimensional energy? Yeah, interdimensional energy storage unit. Which you can see inputs can take up to 2048 packet size and outputs 2048 packet size. But it also holds, what is it, like 1 billion EU? Yeah, I think that's 1 billion. And so I've never made one of these. I always want to, but there's so much work that goes into it. You can see it's actually the upgrade of the AESU, and those things take so many iridium plates, and it's just a ridiculous machine to build. So I've never actually successfully made one. Now what I have done though is I started looking at the MFSU here. I accidentally hit a button and erased my previous recording, so we're starting over here. So looking at the MFSU, I'm saying that because of what we're about to look at here. So looking at the MFSU, you can see that it's got a few parts that we've never seen before. We've seen the advanced circuit before. We haven't seen the MFE. We haven't made one of those yet. We'll make one of those in a minute. And you can see it uses an advanced machine block, which we haven't seen before, and the Lapotron crystal. And so I was looking at the advanced machine block, and you can see it's just a machine block with some extra pieces. Machine block, that's nothing. Remember, that's just refined iron. Carbon plating is one of the things we're going to have to make, and advanced alloy we're going to have to make. Now, carbon plating is easy to make. You just get some coal, you throw it in a pulverizer, and I actually already threw in a stack of coal, and it gives you coal dust. Now, one of the tricks I wanted to tell you about coal dust was you can use coal dust to make diamonds, and so I had started the process and then accidentally destroyed my own recording. If you take coal dust into your crafting bench and you put it in stacks of 8 all the way around the outside here, like so, and then you put 8 pieces of flint in the middle, you will get 8 coal balls. If you put those coal balls into the compressor, you get 8 compressed coal balls, and you bring them back to the crafting bench. You put them around the outside. You take a piece of obsidian or brick. It can be a brick block, whichever is easier for you to come by. I know that early on in the game it's easier for me to get bricks than it is for me to get obsidian, and so you just put a piece of brick or obsidian in here and you get a coal chunk, and then you can take that coal chunk and put it back in the compressor, and it will give you, whoops, that is not the compressor. There we go. And that will give you a diamond. Let's warm up here. This is a singularity compressor. We'll look at those later. They're much faster once they get going than the compressor. And you can have them set up so they're always on, but I usually just let mine shut down when they're not in use. Otherwise, they constantly use power. And bloop. And we'll let it flow over here into the chest, and that gave me 1 diamond, which is pretty awesome. So if you got a lot of coal and no diamonds and you need diamonds, you can just with a pulverizer and a compressor make your own diamonds. So As you see, I had a lot of coal. That was 1,022 stacks. Um, so what we want to look at though is with our coal dust, which I got from my pulverizer, I actually need to turn it into carbon plating. So to get that, you take your coal dust. It only takes 2 slots, so I usually just do it in my inventory. But if we go to the crafting window here, you just take it, you split it in half, and split those in half. And so this will actually give me 16 raw carbon fiber. Now I don't need this many, but I'm just going to go ahead and make this many just because I have a stack of coal dust and it's easier than measuring out the individual pieces I need. And then you take those coal fibers, or they're not coal fibers, raw carbon fiber, and you split those in half again, and then you get raw carbon mesh. And then you put that raw carbon mesh in the compressor, and that will give you your carbon plates. Now the advanced alloy that we need, advanced alloy, is made from mixed metal ingots. Mixed metal ingots are made from lots of different kinds of metal, and it really depends on where you're at in the technology level, what kind of metals are available to you. So when you're first starting off, yours are probably going to be made out of refined iron plates, bronze plates, and tin plates, which only gives you 1 mixed metal ingot. You can also make them out of brass, and I think I was making mine out of brass because brass is easier to make. Right, yeah, because see, you can get 4 brass ingots for 1 tin and 3 copper, and with the version of GregTech I'm on, you only get 1 bronze. So I would make mine out of brass instead. So since we need 2, I will need 6 pieces of copper, and one of these is 10. This one here, yep, and 2 pieces of 10. Oop, and I grabbed 3. And this is why I have this here, an alloy furnace, because it's made in the alloy furnace. And so let's look at an alloy furnace. Alloy furnace. So the alloy furnace, there's 2 of them. There's a powered one and a non-powered one. You can see it's just bricks. That's all there is to it. It's just a furnace made out of bricks. And so I can take my copper and my tin, and I'm going to need some coal for this. So let me come over here and get some coal. I'm holding down the control key again to try and run, because that's what you do in vanilla Minecraft now. Yeah, I'm hoping they update my mod pack here, my Feed the Beast Minecraft mod pack, in the near future. And you can see I guess I didn't need 2 because I was gonna get 4 of those. I don't know what I was thinking. But well, no, I got 8, so that'll be good. So I got 8 of those, and then we need refined iron, which you remember is just iron in the iron back in the furnace again. And then I needed what was the other metal I wanted? Is it 10? I don't make them this way anymore, so I can't remember. When I make mine, I use yeah, it's 10. All right. Well, I already got 1 10 on me, so give me 1 more 10. There we go. Alright, and those just go in your plate bending machine, which we've already looked at. So, oh, that's canning machine. Plate bending machine. My refined iron. A couple of my brass. And my tin. Alright. And you let those get flattened, and we can check on our carbon plates are done, and then you take those back over to your crafting bench, and you just put them back in your crafting bench, and they will come out as mixed metal ingots, and then you put the mixed metal ingots in your compressor like so. Now previously you used a different machine called the rolling machine, which is over here, to make these, but they added the plate bending machine in my last update to GregTech, and so we've been using that. All right, and while that's going, I'm gonna go over here and make my machine block. You know, we might not make it all the way through more than just well, no, because we gotta make the MFE to make the. Let me go ahead and get enough for. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna put these back, and we're just gonna make a whole stack of machine blocks. I don't need that many advanced machine blocks, I don't think, but with some of the stuff we're going to be making, I'm going to need more machine blocks, so I might as well just do it now. Alright, there's my 2 alloy. Come over here, we throw in our machine block, our 2 carbon plates, and our advanced alloy. So there you go, advanced machine block. You know, I should be keeping track of this so I know what I've got done here. Hold on, let me open my notes real quick. Alright. So we got our advanced alloy, making diamonds, carbon plates, advanced machine block. Okay, so let's look back at our MFSU. And what's next? We need MFSU. There's no E on the end of that. So this requires leptronic crystals. So if I click on a leptronic crystal, you can see it's got a couple of different recipes for it. One is the energy crystal, and one uses sapphire. I prefer to use the sapphire just because it's cheaper than making an energy crystal. So I'm going to go that route. I usually don't have any lazurite dust, so I just go with the lapis lazuli here, and a couple of electronic circuits. So let's see what we got. So I need 6 of those. Ooh, I might not have enough circuits by the time I'm done here. So we got the 12 circuits, 2 per. And then in the middle, I need sapphires. So let's grab 6 sapphires. And we need 6 for each, so that's like 36 lapis lazuli. So I'm just going to grab a whole bunch here. And then we'll go back over here. And let's see if we're lucky and this works. Yes, it did. I love when this shift click works. On some recipes it doesn't, so this will give me my 6 Lapitron crystals. Now these don't stack, so make sure you got enough room in your inventory for all of them. Alright, so the next thing we need is an MFE. And an MFE is made with a machine block. I've never made it this way. I always go machine block, 4 energy crystals, and 4 pieces of gold cabling. Energy crystals are made from diamonds and redstone. Yeah, I know. I use rubies. It's cheaper. And so I need 4 of those. So I need 4 rubies. And we'll just grab a stack of redstone so I don't have to think about it. I already got the machine block. I need 4 gold cables. I already made up a bunch of cable. And you've seen me make the gold cable before, I believe. So, MFE, switch to the one I'm making. 4, I have just enough room in here for that. MFE, see the MFE didn't work, so we have to do that one by hand. So machine block, 4 cables, 4 energy crystals, and that gets an MFE. And then the MFE goes back in. Oh wait, I've got to go grab my my alloy. Did I already grab my alloy plates? No. Yes, I must have. Am I blind? Where are they at? Oh, ugh. I've already made the advanced machine block. What am I thinking? Advanced machine block, MFE. Oh, I don't have my advanced circuit on me. Let me grab an advanced circuit. Alright. MFE, Advanced Machine Block, Advanced Circuits, and then these 6 Lapotron crystals. Now this is going to be like the most expensive thing we've ever built. You can see it took a lot of energy, a lot of raw materials. But there's our MFSU. Now I'm gonna grab some cable here. Let's grab a little more than that. And we haven't looked at the glass fiber cable either. Let's look at glass fiber cable real quick. Glass fiber cable is what I prefer to make, and if you can afford it, especially with being able to make your own diamonds, glass fiber cable. It's one of those things that you can make a lot of different ways. It's mostly just glass, 6 glass, which is just made out of sand, and then a diamond, and I prefer to use electrum because you get 8 glass fiber cables out of it. And so if we look at how to make electrum, which is going to be your tricky part, it could be kind of crazy trying to find how to make electrum, and you can see they show you a lot of different ways. It's not that hard. What you want to look for is making electrum dust, and you go here into the shapeless crafting, and it's just silver and gold dust together, and you get 2 back out. So if you take some silver bars and some gold bars, and you throw them in the pulverizer and take the dust and mix them together in your inventory, you get electrum dust. And so I keep electrum on hand. And so for my glass fiber cables, I just need a couple of pieces of that. I need a diamond. In fact, let's go ahead and use the one that we made today. So there's the diamond that we made, and 6 glass, which is just throwing sand in a furnace. Pretty basic stuff. I don't know if that was 6, I wasn't counting. Nope, it was 7. And this is pretty much the best cable that I like to use. So 2 electrum, and the diamond we made from coal, and that gave us 8 cables, which isn't a lot, I know, but once you get your miner going, it's not that hard to get the silver and gold to make this. So all right. I was gonna jump over and hook up my MFSU, but I think we're gonna go on and work on we made an MFE too. I think we're gonna hold off on the the transformers till next time. They're not that difficult to make, but I want to show you guys how they work, because they work differently depending on which side you're looking at. So we're gonna have this be a shorter episode today. So I think I'm gonna call it here. So click like if you like, subscribe to be sure and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.